password. And would you look at that? I'm wearing something a little weird and new today. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a really long time, hasn't it? I'm so sorry. I forgot my password. Don't tell me what happened. Hello, everybody, though. It's so good to see you all. I forgot which hotkey to press for that. There we go. Hope everyone's doing lovely. I know I'm pretty excited for today because if you couldn't tell, today's a very special day for me. Today is April 27th, and that's 427 on the calendar. And the reason why that is such a special number to me is because some of you may have heard of this little game called the Stanley Parable. And that may or may not be one of my favorite games of all time. So today we're gonna play it on stream. Turn the music down a little bit. There we go. I'm really excited. Yeah. Hopefully this will be a good old fun stream for us. I kind of just want to get right into the game because, again, like I said, it's a very special game to me. Like, I don't know. It just is a good game, and it's my favorite game ever. So, yeah. I think I'm ready to just drop into it, y'all. I'm so excited. Let's just get the music out of here. Hope you enjoyed it. Is this a bucket theme? Actually, before we go in, let's show off the whole fit. Hi, I'm a little business lady now. Got my my little business pants. Oh god, they're cut off. You can't see them though. Hold on. I'm like, let's show off the whole fit, and you can't even see the whole fit? That's lame. Here we go. Shit. Hold on. Your girl's struggling. Here we go. Here's the whole fit. We got the shoes. Got the pants. Got the... What's that? Is that a little name tag? It's my employee number, obviously. 322. We have our bucket. We got the bucket. I'm really happy with the bucket. I just got like a fucking PNG of the reassurance bucket, and I put it on my person. Those are my ears and my okay. Hello. I have to get smaller. Hello, hello, hello. I'm showing off my little fit here for today's special occasion. Happy Stanley Parable Day, everybody. I'm very excited. We're gonna play Stanley Parable today. Yippee! Like I said, this is my favorite game ever, pretty much, other than like the Pokemon series. So I'm dressed for the occasion. I got my bucket, I got my name tag, I got my little outfit on, I got my glasses. But I'm sure everything's gonna go just dandy today. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm definitely not gonna go out of my way to get any really tragic or fucked up endings, I swear. But yeah, I think we're just gonna swap on over here. The game's not on this fucking thing. Hold on. Hold on, gamers. Hold on. Hold on, DREAMBATs. It's not... Come on. Come on, but where's the game? There it is. Right? Hey! Stanley time. Let's resize it a little bit. Honestly, let's hop right to it, huh? I had to go pause my music. Hold on. I forgot to pause my music. You guys can't hear it, but I can. And it's just playing ominously in the background, and I kind of need to make sure it's not doing that. Oh boy, gang. Yippee! I don't know if it's capturing the audio. It is. Okay. Let's just get right to it. I don't see any reason why we should delay. I'm excited. It's been a while since I've played this. Actually, the last time I played this game specifically on my computer was in 2023. So it's been a few years. It's been a few years. Let's maybe too long. Though then again, there is an achievement you can get for not playing this game for 10 years, so we'll see. Enter the current time. Oh, it's immediate. Okay, it immediately tried to crash. That is hilarious. It is currently 8. Oh god, do I have to like... Okay, there we go. It's 8:15 for me. Ah, 8:15 p.m. Your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Oh. After all, I know how much you enjoyed this time setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious about how accurate 8:15 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 8:15 p.m.? Very accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I think I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I could invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Now, I have to check if I have to reset the game data on this or not. Because I would like to get a fresh slate with my Tanny Parble. Oh yeah? No, here we are. Oh, look at that. Oh boy. Hold on. I should, make it so you can't see my cursor too much. Capture cursor. No, turn that off. There we go. For all the settings. We want to enable subtitles. Yep. Hold on, let's change. Can I change which screen this is showing on? Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, before we get into this game does, despite its hubris, look, we do have mentions of suicide, trauma, mental health issues, and the such. Do walk into this carefully. This is a bit of an existential game at times. So, just, you know, be careful, friends. Alright, the game's not on the right screen right now. How do I change the... Hold on. Google! Time to Google this. Someone on Reddit, surely. Change monitor. Okay, it's my desktop's display settings that I have to actually physically go. I was right. There was someone on Reddit who knew what to do. We're back to streaming, and it's already it's already scuff time. Can you guys believe it? You guys freaking believe it? How did I actually... Hold on. Oh my god, guys. I can't freaking believe this. This is insane. This is insane. Wait, can I not... Hold on. How do I change... How do I make you the... How do... Hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at this! Alright. Hold on. Wait, wait, this is for the old one. This is for the old one. This is for the previous game. Am I not able to... Wait. Hold on, I'm so stupid. I can just... There we go. We did it, and now I have to move all my other things. Hold on. Scuffing it up. We're scuffing it up, guys. I also need to change some settings here on YouTube Studio. Put that overlay up. There we go. There we go. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright! Any other... I'm probably gonna turn this up a little bit preemptively. Unless it tries to crash on me again. Stanley Parable, you are being sassy today. More sassy than usual. Which is honestly quite frankly, we want very large subtitles, because honestly I can barely read. I need glasses. Alright.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We gotta mess with our settings. Just a little, just to make sure the game audio can be heard.
This...
Speak!
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We'll just keep it here for now, like this was. Okay. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. Let's begin. Let's play the Stanley Parable! Yay! It's been so long. I don't think I have to reset my game data. I think this might be like a fresh slot anywho. So let's do this thing. Alrighty. Alrighty, gang. Oh my gosh. Oh no, is it dying again? No, let me play the game! Steam! Computer! Your girlie just wants to play. Okay, there we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Oh my god, I'm the
push,
light of God right now.
and in what order.
Hold on.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning,
We're very
Stanley
business today.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Turn my volume up a little bit. Hold on. Oh my god.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We call him, in this house we call the narrator Nary. Oh, whoa, okay, no, I need to turn that down. Hold on. We gotta turn down the camera sensitivity. I was a fool to think it was gonna be... Ooh, is that motion blur? Oh god. I can't tell actually. Turn that way down actually, I think. Much better. Alright, welcome everyone. That's what, there it is! 47! Turn that sensitivity to max. Let's see how that works actually. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, this is how we play the game. Narrator, look! Oh! Oh my god, that's dizzying. Area. I hate Mondays. Me too, buddy. Just like Garfield would.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, we're not doing the... We're not gonna be... Okay, we're gonna do this nicely. We're gonna be nice to the narrator this first time around, okay?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Let me touch things, mister. I'm allowed to want to touch things in my office that which I work in. Oh my god. 42. Ah, shoot. Where's the... I heard it. I heard that beep. Was it 42? Or is it someone else? Oh, it's you. Yeah, the nefarious beast has arrived. Also, let me know at any point if I need to adjust the audios. I know these things can be a little finicky. Who spilled their coffee over here? Crazy. Oh. Here we go! Oh my god, it's time.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. No, let's be nice. Let's be nice to the narrator. He's had a hard time these years. We gotta be nice to him. What nice photos.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I've played this game so much. Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Tomorrow. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Who moved my desk? Oh, this game is so perfect. Wait, what? What if it's free to play? Yeah, you would. We are gonna do things today because it is Stanley Parable Day. It's actually the anniversary of also when this specific game, Ultra Deluxe, was released. I'm very excited. Oh. I open up the broom closet, it's immediately trying to crash me. What is happening with my computer today?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
I like the broom closet.
No reason to still be here.
Mr. Narrator, I like the broom closet though. Look at this broom.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Let me do what I want.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least
you.
if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, sir.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
I'm evil.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm evil and nefarious, that's why.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I like the broom closet. What can you say, sir?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you get to talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Do you guys find this chat? Do you find this concerning? I think I'm just having a good old time.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Oh.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Guys, I'm dead. Oh my god.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
And I think he stops pestering you about it here. You have to get the broom closet, okay?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I love him so much.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, we're being nice to the narrator. We're being nice to him. We're doing his story the way he wants, and then we're gonna fuck it all up. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Stream bathrooms. Touching his bathroom, touching the boss's bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Go down. Yeah, we're gonna move the
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Jeez, forgot about that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I didn't want to go see Curator. We gotta keep going this way. Oh, hi Jazzy. That's my doggy. Hi doggy. Oh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, I am a well-behaved Stanley. Today. As much as it would be funny.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, where's my number, guys? Let's find me. There I am, 322. There I am. That's my number on my tag.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh, the drama.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
No, I can't
His own
accept
life
this.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
utterly blind to the world?
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be, guys. It simply can't. It can't be true. Red light.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this
What?
very
No,
place.
I
And as the cold
never
reality
could
of his
manipulate.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I would never manipulate you guys. I'm a good. Listen, here at DreamBat Industries, I would never manipulate my employees. It simply is impossible. Would never happen.
Blackness
Glory
and a
to
rising chill
DreamBat
of uncertainty.
Industries. Exactly.
Was it over?
There's one of my employees.
Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
But I have seen them.
But as sunlight
Have you
streamed
now?
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power
piece of
that he had been seeking,
Hello.
but happiness.
Welcome back.
Perhaps his goal had
Welcome
not
in,
been to
welcome in.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I didn't though? What if I just went back? Fuck you. No. right. We're playing by his rules this time, and then we're gonna fuck him up, and then we're gonna be evil, and then we're gonna be awful.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright guys, we beat the game. Stream is over. Just kidding. We got more to do. Now it's time
All
to
of
be a
his
little
co-workers were
little
gone.
shit.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's What do you mean? I'm working right now. See, welcome to DreamBat Industries, obviously. You know.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Fuck
doors,
you. Oh! Wait, it started lagging! Why is it trying to crash? Narrator said, "Nuh-uh, you're not gonna fuck with my narrative, you piece of shit." He's not letting me be an asshole.
this was not
There we
the
go.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Obviously. We wanna... I'm trying to remember which door is a funny thing. But I can't remember right now. Yeah, look at that. Meeting room.
Yes,
Or
truly
lounge.
a room worth
Break room,
admiring.
not meeting room.
It had really been worth the detour
Cold
after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Bad as hell. I honestly, yeah, I agree with
Yes, really, really worth
Oh
it
yeah,
being here
reality's
in
already
the room.
collapsing, baby.
A room
Let's go.
so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Listen, it's nice
Really
in here,
worth.
dog. What do you want from me? Like, close this door. Come on.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I live in the break room now.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, hold on, I almost got on the chair somehow, I think. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I know, buddy.
But at last, he'd had
Go back
enough
on
of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Joke's on you!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from cargo lift while it is in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think
360!
we've got... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, I love this game so much. It's fine. Let's do that again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, I know,
What
bud.
could it mean?
I know, but
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
let's do the
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I don't wanna.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, we're
Look,
not gonna
Stanley,
jump
I think
completely
perhaps we've
off.
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
I'm resisting
stop
the
trying to
urge
make every decision by yourself.
go down
Now,
there
I'm
and
not
do
asking
something
for
awful.
me. I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
All right.
To put your work aside.
But
To let
Stanley's
her
a
back
villain.
into your life. She's been waiting.
Honey, I'm home.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
Oh,
then
no,
pick
that
up
sounds
the
very cool.
phone.
Holy shit.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with
No, I
radiance,
unplugged it.
but with hope.
I unplugged
Hope
it.
for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley,
Yeah.
did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
No, I didn't.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
It's possible.
Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Nuh-uh.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
I'm just that good, sir.
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Maybe I am.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh my god, I was thinking of Civil War when I read that comment.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
That.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh god, yeah,
You
here
may
it
have
goes.
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, boss. Mr. Narrator.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
No, you
Imagine
hate
the
me.
main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would
Creepy.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay. I think it would be funny if you let me kill myself though, sir.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay, boss.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, yeah, I
that
got it.
means choosing responsibly and always putting
Yeah,
the
I'm
story
aware.
first. I'm
I've
quite
been
sure
here
you'll
before.
be
I
up
played
to the
this game before.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I got it. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
See, everything's so
It's
fine.
ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh god. I forgot how scary this was. I don't know. That's a scary one.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Hi.
You.
Hi.
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I am like Stanley.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to.
No, he
He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
I'm sorry, Larry.
Story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, the broom closet's locked!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He shuts literally everything else off from his. He gives a good look at it. Because he's mean and he hates me. He's a big little shit. Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's this office. Don't die, game. Come on. So,
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver,
This game doesn't
right
have
there
mic
on the wall.
integration. What do you want from me, sir? I am the most expensive boss. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
A little bit.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I heard you.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Just, you know, I can't exactly,
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came
oh shit, yeah, this one.
He entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Do something.
I'm so sorry.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Ooh.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best
Hashtag
choice.
my narrator.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Sorry, Leroy.
Take as much time as you need.
Fun fact, that's like one of the only endings with actual credits. Which has some, that's some pretty startling implications to me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Check this shit out. Oh my god, I'm bright as hell.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
I think we're kind of stuck here. I fucking love this game. It's so dumb.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
We're doing it again, boss.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I am, sir. I have to adjust my lighting a little more, actually.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as
I
possible
got this, boss.
and see
Let's
how
go.
long you can maintain.
I can do this, Derry.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Literally so perfect. I love the narrator so much. Well. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go. Let's do more endings.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
It's time. We got the new content. Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It's time. Let's freaking go, guys. It's time.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Hi, you're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes, I do.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yes.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I'm jump maxing now. Please. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for the jump circle.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the book. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
There it is. This is the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's not Twitter anymore.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah.
What do you say, friend?
Absolutely. Let's do it, narrator. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! We got this one. Oh my god, we got this one. We got this room. We got this room, guys. Look at that.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
Yep.
I want to show you something!
Of course. Coffee nut. You beat, let's go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Memory zone.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Stanley Parable Audience Award. That's so silly. I love this game so much, guys. The original remake. So did you guys know the Stanley Parable originated as a I think it was either a mod for Half-Life or Gmod. I think it was Gmod. And then the actual first, quote-unquote, first game of the Stanley Parable released back in 2013, it was a remake of that. So we're playing a remake of a remake, which is awesome. Here's the OST. I want the OST. Actually, I have it on Bandcamp. I have both the original soundtrack and the added music for the Ultra Deluxe on Bandcamp. There's the demo! Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Unachievable, it is impossible to get this achievement. Some game awards, very lovely. Creator's surprisingly down to earth. Hi Marilla. Not Marilla. Mariella. Oh my god. Mariella? Is that what your name is? Oh my god. Can I not remember the characters' names? Hold on. It is Mariella. I can't believe I remember this. Except I can't remember. I can believe I remember this. Oh. Little Stanley. Thank you, little Stanley. You're a trooper. The music.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
Oh, so I want to hang out here.
C'est là, dans la mémorisation, où je me remémore les jours où je t'ai rencontré, mon amour. Mais ici, c'est aussi où je me souviens de la sortie de The Stanley Parable.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
Oh,
it was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them.
Persona
And now,
Dungeon.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
The narrator canonically knows what Persona 3 is, and I think that's very funny. The menu? Nostalgic. It was good. Oh, the Minecraft house. Gotta get that ending. Oh, and there's Portal. Hi, Portal. That's from the game hopping ending. Oh, look at that! That's so cool to look at, actually. Oh, figures of Stanley and Mariella! Hi! It's been a while since I've played this game. Oh, it feels good to be back. Oh. Yeah. Emergency maintenance. Not allowed. We won't ruin things for you quite yet, Mr. Narrator. Ooh. I need to see if I can find any of these things on like eBay or something. I would really like to get that tie. There is also a collector's edition for this game that I really quite want, except for the only platform that they have available for it right now, I think, is the PlayStation, like PlayStation 4 or something like that. And I don't have any PlayStation. The Nintendo Switch is like completely sold out, and I don't think they've restocked that. Yeah, there's never the end. It comes with like these stickers that are on the reassurance bucket and the button, the name button, and the Stanley figurine. The bike. Oh my god, guys, it's a bike. Well, it's trying to crash. It's trying to kill itself again. Why? Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
What that means? Get rid of that. The serious room. Oh my god.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all
Okay,
over
it's time
again.
to ruin his day.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
It's solid.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, you'd be. Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh boy. Funny.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to
That's
hold
how
on
it
to.
goes, bud.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh, bud.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I think it's awesome.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh no.
A skip button.
I just realized, I just remembered what we
yes.
walked ourselves
Yes,
into.
I think we can
oh
do that.
God.
If I'm truly too preachy then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a minute.
Fuck, here we
Surely
go.
it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
It's time for the skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a
don't
shot.
wanna.
I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
I don't
Here,
want to.
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245.
Just letting
That
him
the
go on
logic
and
of
on.
elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the
Okay,
choices,
there you go.
or what have you, and therefore by becoming...
I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yeah.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every
Oh,
person
look,
you've
it's
ever
definitely
been,
gonna
making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto,
Yes.
but now I'm going to circle around and slap
You know
the
what people
treatise
say.
label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 treatise, manifesto, 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 treatise, manifesto,
I could go. I could let
treatise,
him go on
manifesto,
for hours, guys.
treatise,
But, well, all right.
manifesto,
I'll spare you folks.
treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
A
the
little bit.
power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the
Oh,
wording,
buddy.
perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite
I'm
likely.
sure it is,
or perhaps
buddy.
they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Yeah, buddy, we're just gonna. We're just. There we go.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping
we
through
don't
is
have a door
becoming
anymore.
longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
A little bit.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here
There's a
before.
little bit of a door,
How
don't worry
else
about
would
it,
we
man.
have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these.
I'll
All
sniff
I want
around
is for
for
us
it
to move
one day.
on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any
I'm so
possibility
sorry.
that you could... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
it happens to the
Why
best
was it
of us,
so
bud.
important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie 9's opinion matter so
It
much to
happens
me?
to the
I've never
best of
even
us,
met
dude.
Cookie 9. I have no idea who they are.
What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it.
What? I would
Surely
never,
you'll
sir.
press that
What?
button
Come
again,
on.
leaving me here.
Me
And
pressing
surely
this
you'll
button?
put your
No,
own
come
desire
on.
to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oof.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Hey, bud.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than any, is to know that someone else is taking it in.
Yeah.
These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am
I don't want to have to do
I
it.
am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow
Okay,
onto the
well,
wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me.
I'm
so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've
Yeah,
ever felt about
just
anything at all. I
keep
feel
talking,
renewed.
man.
I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence
What?
as you
No,
will
it
press
was
the
never-
button for the next
was
time.
never-
What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
I'm so sorry, narrator.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of mist.
I did not mean to press it. I'm sorry. I actually didn't mean to press it that time. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Neri. Neri.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they produce. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see
decades of our isolation will only do him good.
How good does it feel
you
now
have
to
no
speak
idea,
truth to
do
these
you?
words, to finally allow these thoughts out. Contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized, at last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam.
Oh boy.
Perhaps it says far more about them than
sure,
it
buddy.
ever
We can
said
say
about me.
that.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are
And then he goes again. I hate this. I hate this ending so much. Oh, God. The clock's completely gone. The fucking plant's shriveled and dead. Alright. Just another decade. Come on. We love putting our narrator into isolation.
The end is never 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 the
The end is never the end, my friends. God, I fucking love this game. There we go. Oh god. I remember playing this for the first time, this the old Ultra Deluxe specifically, back when it came out, a few years ago from today actually. This fucked me up, dude. I was startled by this. You little buddy, thank you. I hope I'm a little buddy. That's that's what I aim for. Other than the times, you know, I'm psychologically tormenting a narrator. Other than that, you know, I'm not. I'm totally not at all any kind of evil. Yay, plants. Beautiful plants, and the narrator is gone. We've broken him, pretty much. Oh fuck! Ugh. Fuck, I forgot how uncomfortable this was. Ew. Yeah, there's none of that. Yummy. Oh my god, guys. Freedom. Goodbye, skip button. Oh god, look at the fucking building. It's completely Can we stand on that? Get out of that. Freedom! Let's go! Come on, guys! Me and my bucket, we're out of here. I don't have the bucket. You have to go through the horrors first to get our bucket. Oh, what a game! It was so much. We're back. Nothing happened, and nothing absolutely ever happened. 47. There we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, perhaps I've simply missed a memo. New content! This game's such a fucking joy. Should we? Okay, we'll go to the new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah, it's very gorgeous.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm ready. You know, I'm ready, sir. We're gonna, you know, do all this stuff here. I need to get this ending. I legally have to. It's one of my favorite endings. Oh boy. We're gonna get this ending, y'all. Alright. Show me what's up, Neri. That's where you feed like other gamers. No. See, this is my reassurance bucket. It's my emotional support bucket. It's gonna help me through this journey.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh my god,
yes,
guys,
you see, isn't this far
2.
superior to a measly re-release with
now.
a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
It could, sir.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Really? Taste the sequel. New and tasty. Unironically, if they ever did make any of these into,
Calling
like,
it the Stanley
posters,
Parable
I
2
would
is
want
just
one
so
on my
much
wall.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2-door. More TSP. Better TSP. The color red. Oh my god, all the different logo ideas are so funny. There used to be a mod for Skyrim that put the entire SP game in it. That's awesome! I feel like I remember seeing something about that a while back. Truly, I love it that so freaking much. If you couldn't tell, this might be one of my favorite games ever. You know, I don't know why anyone actually would think that, actually. Definitely not. It's totally not. Look at me. I'm normal about this game. Too Stanley. Oh. Hold on, it has to load something. The game has to load something, so my computer's gonna try and eat me.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman, Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. I mean, yeah, honestly, Portal 2 is kind of peak. I want to go into the darkness, Neri. No, that's fine. The features. There's just a fucking bus here. Forgot about the bus. Yeah, baby! God, this is so fun. Look at that. Just breathe it in, boys.
Here we are. Go
Bucket!
on. Try out some of the new features.
Bucket. 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 You want bucket.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
It is, sir.
Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Stop.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Stop it, narrator. I'm gonna blush.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Like a lady with a nice bucket on it, yeah. Listen, buckets are in. Buckets are chic. I remember, if you scan, hold on, we're scanning the QR code. I remember them messing, I think they messed with JIRMA when this game was launched. And I think this is one of the ways they... Yeah, it brings you to the website. Let's look at the website. Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of that game launch. I was... It was really funny watching the devs mess with people who are streaming it. Let's do the name button next. Get your name in the game. Yeah.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Well, of course, boss.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful?
Alright, guys. Play the game in VR? Ah! That sounds like a delightful time. I might have to give that a shot. I have to give that a shot eventually. That sounds like the logical next step for my normalcy. Totally not obsession about this game. Alright. Ready, guys? It's time. Let's hear it.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I am Jim.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay,
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Yes.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Of course.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all...
Jim.
Whoa,
Whoopsie.
hold on.
I hit the wrong button!
Finish setting up the backstory.
Sorry.
If you don't properly
sorry.
roleplay
I'm
as
sorry,
Jim,
Neri.
then you'll never
sorry.
understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again.
Okay,
And this
basically
time, let
this
me
time. I'm
finish
ready.
first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Yep, okay.
Imagine yourself
Jim.
driving to work as Jim,
I
playing
am
frisbee
Jim.
on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night
I
for a
am
popcorn
Jim.
and horror movie sleepover as Jim,
I
developing
am
a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Yep,
Do you feel it in your soul?
I'm Jim.
Are you really truly
I'm Jim
right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim.
Jim.
Yes!
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even
I am
harder the
Jim.
second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
You think I'm done? Do you think Jim quits? Jim doesn't quit.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much.
No,
Jim.
there can never be too
I'm
much
putting the Jim
Jim.
button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
No. No. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I if not Jim? Okay, I'm over it now. Alright. Whee! Back to all the fun things. Oh god. Oh, where to next, folks? Ooh.
I suppose I could
Whoa, whoa,
allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That's horrifying. What the fuck, game? Don't you love it when your game decides to be fucking evil? Please no screenshots. Well. How about that? You can't hear it, but I'm taking screenshots. The baby is all grown up. There he is. It's the collectibles, oh god. Oh, I want the collector's edition so bad because you can actually get the Stanley figurine. I might actually, after this beautiful, fun little stream of ours, I might go check on eBay to see if anything is out there for the original stuff from the OG. Well, the quote-unquote OG. For those that know. Do you think Stanley would make a good husband? I mean, look at that. Look at that glowing smile. I think so. I mean, as long as you, make sure, you know, you can kind of keep him in check. I think, look at that. Look at him. I think he'd make a nice husband. He'd be great. It's a free achievement. Do I have? I think I have that already, though. But where is the hole? I want to go say hi to the hole. Oh, there's the jump. Jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Yes.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the
I
jump
did.
circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Okay. We're not allowed to jump anymore. We would have been too powerful. We would have been way too strong. There it goes again. This game, my computer, I need a... I need some new tech. I swear to God, guys. I'm losing my mind here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. Like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I want... Right. Okay, I know how this is going. Reverse psychology, bitch.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
There we go. Yeah, I know your game, sir. We're gonna get well someday.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Collectibles. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet. I'm just like walking around, honestly. This place is so cool. It's so neat. That's new. It's I think down here.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Uh-huh, I'm sure, buddy. There's the infinite hole. I'm very blind. I want to go to the hole. We gotta go say hi to hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Yep, alright. You know what to do. Allons-y! Whee!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Nope. Whole time.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Well, hey, whoa, hey, come on.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Yeah, I think that's
valid. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Yeah, that's a great idea. But I could also just... Whee! You already know about my determination with the broom closet, dude. You can't give me an infinite hole. Guess what?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Hey, man.
Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little
There's
less
nothing wrong
time
with
in there
liking
than you did
holes,
before.
Neri.
I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something.
Okay.
Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Doing whole science with Neri.
Well, there it is. The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to
Yeah, don't
judge?
judge me.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean...
Yeah, I can do it again.
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away
Bye.
from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever
Yeah,
have
thanks,
asked
man.
for.
That's
It's
so
a
nice.
win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
Thank you.
Take care, Stanley.
All right.
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
Yeah, me in the chat. Me in the chat. We're just gonna hang out here with the hole. So, chat, do you like hole? Hole, this is our friend. God, I'm so fucking ready. God, this game's ridiculous. I love it. Here we go. Whee! Stanley Parable. Oh my gosh. Making a cinematic. There it is. Hi, Stanley. Whoa! Oh my god, is this Iron Lung? Puppy!
My head's stronger. You're no longer using up the space of mine.
There he
Stanley?
Not now, narrator!
Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide
we're
awake
never
for
gonna talk
every
about that
second
again,
of
okay,
it.
chat?
You don't want to
This is
miss
how
a
we'll
single
figure it out.
moment.
Whatever just happened
So
was our
how
secret,
about
okay?
if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Yay!
And I'm looking forward
oh god,
to
I
all
have
of them.
hiccups, narrator,
Stay
help
alert,
me.
Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Well, here we go again. I forgot how much of a fucking fever dream the hole was. You escaped the hole.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The button that says gym. I want a drink. Give me. I'm thirsty. Alright, let's go. Mostly Bill. Let's go check out the lever. It's gonna load. Oh my god.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me a narrator. I want it. Okay, bye. It just works.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we
I
seen yet?
haven't looked at the figgies.
Ah,
Go.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
God.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
There it is.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Absolutely. 3 hours decorations. Hashtag settings world champion. I'm here. Yeah, I still don't have that actually. I need to get that. Fuck. Alright. We've done everything, right? I want to go get the Zending. Yeah, okay. Let's do meander. Where the hell was it again? Oh my god. Now here's a fun fact, is you should never give me a game where you have to navigate your way through something. I'm back at the settings world champion. I get lost so easily. This isn't even that complicated of a map, and yet I'm still getting lost super easily. You try to make me navigate anywhere, and it's gonna be like, no, I can't do that. Learning in what directions or where is for losers. But I figured it out. We're going this way. Oh.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes, I've got everything, sir. Someone lost their bag. It is a bag. A blue bag. Oh, wait, that's not a bag. But it is. I'm smart, and I know what bags look like.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
I'm sure
it's
it'll
going to work.
bud.
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Sorry, I have to do a little yawn. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
We're playing right now.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait.
There we go.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
It would.
A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Let's go. Yeah, look at that. Looking nice, Nary. Looking good. Nice and sleek.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that
Yes,
the
I am
orders
just letting
he
him go
made,
on again.
as though he had been made
He deserves
exactly
it after
for
the
his job.
pure and utter horror of isolation
Stanley
I put him through.
was happy.
I'm a narrator of
And then one
politics.
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Yeah, this is what I'm
I
choosing
have
to
to say,
spend my
I'm still
day.
not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Here, I'm gonna dual hand it on my mouse.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Aye, aye.
I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
You got it, boss.
Stanley picked up the bucket. Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
Go touch the button. I didn't realize it changed the dialogue.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
That's so funny. Bucket.
Now back to door number 437.
Bucket. Oh, the game doesn't like me bucketing.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Don't say it.
All
like
right,
that.
back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Don't say rub the bucket on it.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Hey, yo. Am I doing that? I might be doing that. Oh my god, I might be. Oh god, which desk? Which desk did he literally just say? Okay, not that, I didn't need that. It was that one, right? Do I have to stand on it? No. 418? Whose fucking stupid ass desk was it? I can't remember. I immediately can't remember. I'm just gonna put it on everyone's desk. I've put it on every desk. I swore it was you. Not you. Oh wait. Maybe that was it. I have to get on there. 434? 434? Oh, the game.
Yes, this is great.
There it is,
Now
okay.
the bucket knows exactly what it's like
Wow,
to
we
be
did it.
employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
Yes, sir.
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
You're getting like a little bit. You get a little too into this, sir. I'm going the wrong. Where? Like I just said, you give me a way to navigate. I don't know where I'm going. I never know. Oh, copy machine. Copy machine, is it? What? No, not copy. Where? I am like, how does this go through one ear, out the other? There we go. Bro is freaky. I don't actually know if this, the bucket version of this
Finish it
achievement-
off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430.
I feel like the without the bucket, the achievement is significantly more
Yes!
freaky.
We did it! Wow! That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
I think we Right. Okay. Well, nothing happened. Totally, that didn't happen at all. We didn't do anything questionable with the bucket within the narrator. It's fine. Let's go.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We'll do left. All right. Forget. I think I might have to leave the bucket for one of these endings to get this ending properly.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves
No,
the
it's
bucket.
my bucket.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom
bucket.
closet. That's what the broom closet is
That's
trying
my
to say here.
bucket.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had
I know,
imagined.
man. I know, Derry.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
You
Let
leave
it
my
tell
bucket
the broom closet
alone.
off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
Me and this
Share your
bucket.
journal entries detailing
We've
the
been
rich
through the
emotional
hell-
landscape of your
through hell and
feelings for the
back.
bucket, as they have changed and evolved
You
over
can't
the
take
years.
my bucket
Let him
away
have it.
from me. Me and my bucket were best friends, and if you even dare to think about taking my fucking bucket, I swear
Okay,
to God, I will
I've got
kill
you something which I think will help settle
Yes.
this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled.
Yes.
No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet,
Yeah, fuck
with all
you,
your
broom
meandering
closet.
philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their
Bucket is my
relationship to broom
family.
closets in the natural order of things.
Can I get another sticker? I'd like another sticker.
All right, I've got a second sticker back
Thank you.
here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
That's what I wanted. Thank you.
You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Yes, it works.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
This is true. This works. Thank you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Oh,
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley
Stanley
figurines.
is a
Remember,
tortilla chip and
no
goes,
reward
"Ow,
for
too
collecting
hard."
all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
I kinda
So,
forgot the
I
figurine
implore
was
you
in
to
here.
savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
thank you. Thank you, Neri. I appreciate it. There's another one down here. Yep.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
No, well, we're gonna... Actually, screw it. Let's go. Whee.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for it. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to
we
Stanley.
go.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Bucket, am I crazy?
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No,
How
it
did
couldn't
I end
be.
up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
No.
Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course,
my
very
bucket.
odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The
Bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley!
You are my bucket.
Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hi, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
bucket.
Of course,
That's the way
he'd
to
gone
live.
mad.
ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Oh my god, I love this game so much. Alright, let's see. Let's do this ending. I've been hyping it up this whole time. I gotta do my favorite ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Hey, one sec,
Perhaps he
Bucket.
had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hold on, 1 second. Ah! Okay. Here we go.
The lounge was sublime,
It's a work
a
of
work of
art.
art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I would never. Come on. You already know me too well, sir.
Stanley was so bad
Not
at following
lying. You're lying
directions,
right now.
it's
Stop.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that...
So actually, before we do this ending, here's the time to remind everybody, content warning.
The story has been about nothing but
Forgot to
you
put those
all
on.
this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of
I think
happiness
Figly,
that you
personally.
get from
I'm-
seeing a small number in the corner of your
That
screen
word.
go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will
Stiggly.
come to me.
I think, is it the blue door?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
Yeah,
stopped.
probably blood.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Here we go.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Oh, buddy.
I actually feel happy.
It's nice, isn't it, buddy? Well, you know what we gotta do.
No, wait. Where are you going?
There's the content warning, folks.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, I'm sorry, Derry.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Wee.
No! Oh, thank God. You live. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
You sound so sad and pathetic. Oh.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I'm so evil to him. I'm sorry, sir.
You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correct?
I'm sorry.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Oh.
Well, this one is your...
Oh boy. Oh God. Well,
Is
yep.
it over?
There it goes.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Oh, the
I'm
setting's
going
rough.
back.
The cake is a lot. That is an amazing username, actually. Welcome in. Welcome to the horror suite. It's fine. We have a bucket now.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms,
Also,
and a wave of
some of them
comfort
are
rushed
ideal.
over him.
Beginnings to get, I think, for speedrunning. Yeah. Oh wow.
Stanley clutched the bucket
If I
tightly
was
to his chest
speedrunning, then
and entered
you know.
the door on his left.
Fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket
Stanley
was
took
wrong.
the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope. I'm evil. Me and my bucket got places to be, and it's not where you're pointing us, sir.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
I forgot about this.
You see,
Adventure
your friends and I are
line.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel
serious,
content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
I like my bucket.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
I do miss
We
the
could make the
Adventure Line.
Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic
I
now as it
want to
was
watch someone
back
mess up the
then.
baby game
Let's
10
do it
minutes
for the
before
fans,
ending.
Stanley. Let's give them more
that
content
sucks.
exactly
Oh my
like this.
God.
But
That's
if we want to
really
do
funny.
that, you're going to have to give something up.
Bum ba-da-dum ba-dum ba. Bum ba-da-dum ba-dum ba-dum.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We
No.
need to get rid of
No,
the bucket.
I don't want to get rid of my
That's
bucket.
why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley
No.
Parable.
True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Let me out of here.
Can you guess
No.
what the bucket destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I don't wanna.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I don't wanna give it my
I can
bucket.
hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
It's my fucking bucket. Okay, there it goes.
The bucket destroyer.
I'm sorry.
My prized creation. You had so much
Listen,
potential.
we all have to kill
We
off
were
our
going to
own
do such
characters from time to
marvelous
time,
things
it's
with
fine.
you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen, rest in peace, Bucket Destroyer. Biblically accurate bucket. It's what had to be done.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's do some silly stuff, huh? There will be a reward for finding them all. Well, looks like 427. You love to show me an Easter egg? Ooh-hoo-hoo. Alrighty, I'm here for it. I love this game. I would love to find Easter egg. So wait, the room, but yeah. Right, yeah, the box room and then the fireplace with both upstairs, yeah. But I don't
Coming to a
do that.
staircase, Stanley
go
and the bucket walked
downstairs.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh wait, no, I already did that. Hold on. Never mind. That would just be the madness ending again. Oh, are we gonna go to the... Okay. Oh wait, I think I know! I think I know what we're doing. Hold on, let's see. Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office,
my God,
Stanley was
keeps
once
lagging
again
every time.
stunned to discover not an indication
Please,
of
I
any
just wanna
human
go to
life.
the... I might know. I think I might know. Unless this is a different one. Oh, God.
Crushed by the weight
Yeah,
of this
come on. I
revelation,
already forgot
Stanley
the
may
number.
have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
8.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding
8.
light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
8.
It would be with him.
Yeah! Yeah!
The bucket would.
Sorry.
And he knew. The two of
I
them
got
were
really excited over
inseparable.
getting 8.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the
8.
bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yeah,
Nor in
I've
his
been here
bliss
the
of
entire
simply
time,
being
sir.
near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
That's right, 2845. Listen, you can't ask me to remember the good number, the actual number.
But
All I
Stanley
know is
guessed the
8.
correct code by sheer luck.
Yep, come on.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, there it is.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've really
Then
gotten
I gotta
all
go
of the
to the,
Figler and
cargo
Very
room
soon, you'll
to
collect
get the
last
last
one.
Stanley
And then the
figurine.
first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different
I'm
people
so
by
good
then.
at collecting
Different
these,
in the
dog.
sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Lorraine.
Figler and
None of us
Lorraine.
can.
That's just fine. Okay. Mind control facility.
The elevator raced downward,
go.
plummeting towards an
So
unknown fate.
I know of getting to the
It
bottom.
would be
of
all
Mind
Stanley
Control
could
Facility.
do
I
to
also
keep
know of the
himself
disco
together,
lights.
if not for the bucket. Soothing
In
him,
the,
comforting
Mind Control
him,
Facility.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through
I
the
could
large
also
door
go
that
say
read Mind Control
Wait, is
Facility.
The museum, but I actually don't remember what happens if you bring the bucket over here. Whatever. We'll do that next. We'll go double recheck what happens over there. I know you can.
The lights rose
my
on an
bucket.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Nah, I wish you could like here. Actually, no, wait. This is gonna close behind me. Do we wanna go? Yeah, screw it. Me and my bucket.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Oh.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned
I
his
might not know that
fall.
one. I might
Now,
miss that one. Hold
what to
on.
do next? Stanley wondered.
We're just gonna hang out with
Stanley and the
bucket.
bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh God, now
It
I
really
remember
wasn't
this
so
ending now.
bad down
Fuck.
here. Cold, perhaps.
Let's get ourselves a little,
After
little
some time
thing
had gone
going on
by,
here.
they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley
Beautiful.
realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was
you
up
got
there, never been
storms?
able to unearth the many
Oh, I
mysteries
love
of the
rain.
mind control facility.
I
This
love
lack
thunder.
of closure began to
Sounds so
eat at him.
nice.
Soon he was dwelling on his regrets,
Oh, no.
and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path.
I bet I will be.
It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need
Actually,
to
I need
see
to
the
go to
true
the
ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Yay. Alright, let's do this again. Let's go see the Easter egg. We'll see if it is actually what I
All
think
of his
it is.
co-workers were gone.
Because
What
honestly,
could it
I
mean?
could fully believe
Stanley
there
decided to
being-
go to the meeting room. Warmth
Oh.
spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms
I
again,
could
he
fully
was
believe
home.
there being an Easter egg or two I've missed. Oh god, we got the weird hallway. Oh, we got the weird hallway. Yay. I missed the fern. Is that the fern? No, that's not the fern. You're not the fern. You could never be the fern.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Almost got the last one. I want to get the funny little video.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
Was
any
it?
human
No,
life.
it was not this. It was
Crushed by the
something.
weight of this revelation,
hold on,
Stanley
I
may
know
have broken
numbers.
down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for this. But Stanley guessed the
I
correct
am
code by sheer
awesome!
luck.
I remembered
Was
for
it
once
that
in
the
my
bucket
life. I
knew
remembered a
all along?
number.
Was the bucket
Huzzah!
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, certainly. Alright, back to the mind control facility. Okay. We got this. We could do this. We're so very capable. Gotta go to the left.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
You can probably hear my keyboard very clacking very loudly as I spin in place. Okay, come on, game. You can do it. I believe in you. You're capable. Game, you are so capable. You are so strong. You don't have to lag every 2.5 seconds. You sort of
The
got it.
monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
432. You're a mysterious little guy. Okay, go to the left. Okay, don't go up. I gotta get it here.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things
Wishing for
it
more
didn't wish
frames
to do?
sent directly
What
to
kinds of things does a
Thank
bucket
you, I
want to do
desperately need it
or
in
not
these
want to
times
do in the
of
first
low
place?
frame rate.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay, and now we wait. I believe. We gotta wait. Oh. Oh. No, I fucked it up! No, I fucked it up! I was playing chicken and I fucked it up! Oh, the game's breaking now too!
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on now. We're doing that again. I thought it'd be funny to play chicken with
yes,
the
that's where
elevator.
everyone would be. Stanley
Oh my
just
God,
needed
I'm
to
a
get to
fool.
the meeting room. Stanley
Bucket.
picked up the bucket and
Speed run.
smiled.
He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We're speedrunning it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I may be a bit of a dipshit, but that don't stop me from doing the thing.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew
the flights of my ADHD.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Like, hey, you gotta wheel
This
around a
is
little
certainly
bit.
the most logical explanation.
It's fine. Speedrun. Would you rather eat a water breakfast or drink a dry bottle? Well, I guess here's my question. Is it like the bottle has nothing in it and it's completely dry, or there's some kind of
Stanley and the
dust or
bucket
powder
walked
in
straight
it?
ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Cause I think, yeah. I feel like the water breakfast.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life,
Alright,
and
this
Stanley
time
nearly
I
dropped
will
the
not
bucket
play
in shock.
chicken with the elevator.
Everyone
I've
in the
learned my
office was being
lesson.
videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The
How far
bucket
can I
had
switch
never
the
seen
definition of
anything
water
like
breakfast?
this, and it very
That is
nearly
actually a
burst
very-
into
that is an
tears
important
as
question.
Stanley cradled it gently,
chicken again as well.
reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence
But
as well?
yeah, that is a good question
Had
because
the
a lot of
bucket been
things
told to
that
do
aren't
things
exactly
it didn't wish
water
to do? What
contain
kinds
water
of
in it.
things does a bucket want to do
So,
or not want to do in the first
in my
place?
mind though, I'm
These
imagining just like a
questions
regular
raised furiously in
breakfast.
Stanley's feeble
Like whatever you would
mind.
consider your regular breakfast to be just submerged in water. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, let me wait. Oh, that little platform up there. So mysterious. I could actually go for like a snack. Oh my god. Right now. Yeah, a very soggy breakfast. Which I guess wouldn't be like too terrible. Actually, no. I guess it depends on what you're having for breakfast, because I could imagine it being awful pretty quickly. Oh wait. That's fun. First button. Okay, right. I'm silly. Oh, right. Yeah, the light. Oh, oh my god, wait. Yes! It's time! Everyone get your dancing shoes on. Get ready, everybody. It's gonna take a billion years to load. Hold on. Please, I just want to have a little dance party. 2 disco biscuits. Yeah, there it is! God, yes! It's so good! Higher resolution secret texture. God, yes! I remember. I remember! dancing in this like Technicolor little secret room, and then the next is giving a man a mental breakdown. Like. It's on forever, guys.
No! He screamed into the bucket. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket. His one friend in the entire world.
Goodbye,
At this
music. I
point,
love you, music.
He could trust no one except
Now we can get
for
this
the
ending.
bucket.
We did it good this time. The elevator didn't whisk me away like a little freak.
But here was the proof.
No, here's my
The
question. I
heart
don't
of
know
the
if we ever
operation.
actually did this
Controls
about it
labeled with
before.
emotions.
Getting
Happy,
the-
or sad, or content.
Fuck the...
Walking,
fuck the
eating,
shit.
working,
Hold on.
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold
one
reality
second,
of his
narrator. We gotta
past
do
began to
something
sink
horrid.
in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible
Actually,
power over
turn it
another
on with my
human life.
bucket.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take
bastard.
over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Birds!
Birds.
That's right, silly,
Silly.
bird ending.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
I knew you could never betray me, bucket. This is a nice flamingos.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this
I
all
love silly
along?
bird ending.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley
Oh, the
was
owls.
happy.
So fluffy. Macaws. We're back. Alright, let's see. We should do another ending, and then we might call it there for tonight, folks. I've been having a blast
All of his
revisiting
co-workers were
this
gone.
game.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
This
meeting
game
room.
kind of follows
Perhaps he-
me wherever
the
I
good
go
old bucket.
in life.
Just
Oh, I did
standing-
not actually want to grab the bucket. I wanted to get the a certain ending, and I don't need the
Even
bucket
now,
for it.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting
I have
or a
jumped out the
photo?
window.
He could no longer recall.
Not with the bucket this
When
round.
Stanley
I
came
do
to a set
remember
of
that
two
it gets
open
really
doors, he
fucking
entered the
goofy
door
when
on
you
his
jump out the
left.
window with the bucket. Actually, I have to be good Stanley for this one. We're gonna get one of my favorites. I remember when Ultra Deluxe was first announced, I had just
Coming to
been
a staircase,
re-getting into
Stanley
the Stanley
walked
Parable.
upstairs to his boss's office.
And that's when they announced the game. They would be, you know, making a remastered kind of Redux version. I was so fucking excited.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
Sorry,
kind of
man.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed
I
for a
literally
few
did,
moments with some calming new age music.
Oh, thank you, narrator. That actually is quite nice. I literally did a countdown for when Ultra Deluxe released. I was that excited for it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I can either do... Damn it! I keep being like, yeah, we'll just do this one last ending, and then, you know, we'll close out stream, we'll, you know, and then I keep remembering other endings I love so damn much. And I'm like, oh, but I want to do that one too. We'll do this one, and then we'll do the other one. As soon as my game stops losing frames. For some reason. The world is cruel to me. It's cruel and unjust.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We'll go to Curator last. I played the Beginner's Guide. I need to play the Beginner's Guide so bad. I know loosely of
the lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I want to say it
what
was
horrible secret did this place hold?
But it's been a hot minute, and I would love
did
to
he
revisit
have the strength
it.
to find out?
I love Davy's work.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I certainly don't wish to skip button you
this
again.
mind control facility, it was too
Let me
horrible
through.
to believe it
Let me
couldn't be
through.
true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
I
blindly?
think it's called Countdown Ending. Whatever it's called.
No.
Countdown?
He
Something like
refused
that.
to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
Countdown
control.
Ending has some of my,
Never.
I think,
It was
one of some of the
unthinkable.
best
Wasn't
line
it?
deliveries.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I was ready to this Countdown Ending, so I had to go double check.
But here was the
Maybe
proof,
Countdown Ending,
the heart
guys.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working,
Maybe,
all of it
maybe one day on
monitored and
stream
commanded
we can
from
do
this
Beginner's
very place.
Guide.
And as the cold reality
that
of
would
his
be fun,
past
and
began
also
to sink
definitely not at all,
in, Stanley decided that this
thought-provoking or
machinery would
traumatizing
never
at all.
again exert...
Yep.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Ready for some
After they kept you
fucking
enslaved all
aura.
these years, you go and you try to take
is
control
voice
of the
acting
machine
here.
for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
Kevin's
Control?
absolutely a mad lad with his voice acting.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2
Yeah, let's go.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Hit the
Mere
purple.
moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
He's such an ass.
These are precious additional seconds. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds
I
until
know,
a
big
big
man, I'm not
boom
struggling, I'm
and
enjoying this.
no enemy, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Yeah, there we go. Ah! Countdown I think! Oh my god. You can tell they had fun with that one. Alright. Our last ending. We're gonna go say hi to the museum curator.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna find someone to raid, maybe, perhaps. Ho-ho.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I could also go for the last Stanley figurine. We'll do that later. Oh, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now.
I got him getting fed up. And of course, it's giving me 2 frames. No frames at all. None for B. I'm not allowed to
Blah,
have
blah,
it.
blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
What was that?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, I haven't done the serious room ending.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every
Not
opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I think today we did,
this point, Stanley-
let me remind myself which ones I did on stream. Obviously we did the standard, actually listening to the narrator. We got the, oh god, what is it called? I don't quite remember. Real person ending. We got the real person ending. Obviously we had to go through all the skip button stuff to get to the new stuff. Horrifying. Good old skip button ending. You were terrifying. The first time I ever went through this game. Very scary. And then I think from there on, it's been Zending. We did the Zending. Just did some of those other ones. Silly Birds, obviously. We did quite a few, actually. We did not
Was
do the
making a
serious
conscious,
Zending yet.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep, I know what I want. I want to go to the museum, sir. Oh. Here you go. Let's go. Whee! That's right. Possibly one of the funniest ways a game could be like, hey now, you're getting a little too silly.
As the machine whirred
gotta
into
go put you in
motion
the timeout
and Stanley
room.
was inched closer and closer to
Here we
his
go, here we
demise,
go.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was
It's
of no
time
great
for
loss,
pretty
like plucking the
lady.
eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
Okay,
end
to that
to his
pretty
brief and
lady.
shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye, narrator.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was
Hello.
led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Thanks, girl. I appreciate the save.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you
Oh,
can
it's so
walk has
cool.
been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yup. The layouts. So fun. The desk, the doors. Buttons. Obviously, the game where you press some buttons needs to have some very good button sounds. Hello everybody that worked on this, I love you. Give all these people a shout out, folks. Boss's office. Clock. Freedom ending. How ominous over there sounds. Narrative emails. Are you gay? You know what? Yeah. There's the bike. It's nice walking Christmas again. It's been a hot minute.
Stanley walked over the bridge.
Guys, I think Stanley walked over
Stanley
the bridge.
stood on the roof.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad
When
game
Stanley
design.
came to the lift,
But of
he
course,
travelled
you
upward
being
to the
you,
power
you'll probably
source
spend the
at the
next
top
hour
of the
trying to
facility
solve it.
to end
Here,
this injustice.
I'm just going to make
Stanley
this
stood
easy on
the
you.
roof. Then he pushed the number 8.
Alright, let's shmoo.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
They're so
But listen to
nothing
me.
without
You can
each
still
other.
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
There you go. Another grand ending. God, I love that one so much. Alright, folks. Oh, I love this game so much. Well, we're gonna call it here for today. Very nice, silly, new thing narrator. So let's. Ah, I've got the ominous red glow because of the fucking. Oh, let's close that out. Hold on, let's get the music back up. OBS plays back up here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Just made me red. It made me red and nefarious. This is true. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today on a very special April 27th of 427. I'm excited I get to share with you guys one of my favorite games ever. It genuinely, this is gonna sound so cornball, but genuinely, I think the Stanley Parable changed my life in many a way. So, you know, it's always fun to come back to it, give it a play, you know, torture a poor narrator with my antics more than I need to. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Also, for anyone new here, my name is Blanky. You can also call me Zia. I am a silly bat lady, if you couldn't tell. You know, I stream from time to time. I mainly focus on gaming, but I also do art streams and other things. So, you know, if you'd like to tag along for any future streams, that would be you're more than welcome to. Thank you for joining me in Slumberland today. Let's go find someone to raid. I wonder if anyone else is, Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna put on the, let's put on the countdown ending music. Because I really quite like this track. Here we go. Let's see here. Oh my god, you're okay, you have to be freaking kidding me. I go to look for people to raid, right? I'm scrolling. I see a stream where the person's uptime is listed as, and I cannot make this up, 427. Please. It was. Oh, that's beautiful. I swear to God, I feel like the number 427 follows me everywhere. I see it everywhere. And maybe it's one of those things where, like, I wouldn't pay it any mind if I didn't know about the Stanley Parable. But I feel like every time I see it, it's just like, I'm like, whoa, hey. Hey, Neri, what's up? What's up, Stanley? But I think we're gonna go. Let's go raid. Ba. I'm always bad at choosing people to raid, if I'm honest. Honestly, I'm just kind of sitting here right now, actually, listening to the music as well. Like, doesn't this shit go hard, or what? Oh, let's go say hi to Big Nose Bug, why don't we? Thank you all so much for hanging out again. Hopefully I'll be back to another stream soon. Today was awesome. Thank you guys. I'll see you all next time.